The Shadow.
Me and Janet really are two different people.
Up next, Janet Jackson, Michael's younger sister, but very much her own woman.
Don't you worry, I'm gonna make it crazy. I'll give you the time.
His career may be fading a little, but Janet Jackson has rocketed up to the top of the charts. No more Michael's little sister, but a star very much in her own right. This exclusive interview with our Tracy Bell in Los Angeles.
I feel that I've been kind of a late bloomer, but I've matured a great deal.
Me and Janet really are two different people.
Michael's little joke, but for his sister Janet, it means a lot. She's finally on the way out of her brother's shadow.
You're famous, very talented, and yet have you ever sat down to an interview and not been asked about your brother Michael?
Yes, I think probably twice, maybe in my life. It doesn't happen very often, though.
In the past month, I've gone from, where is he, to, here he is again.
Michael has spoken about skin disorders, plastic surgery and being misunderstood. So Janet should get to talk more about Janet.
It was just a ton of bricks that were just lifted off my shoulders after he did the Oprah interview. I was really happy, very proud of him.
The other family member who's hard to ignore is LaToya, the one who claimed abuse in the Jackson family.
I was very upset for my sister to say the things that she said because they weren't true. It didn't happen. And my parents never abused mentally or sexual or never, or physical abuse, never.
The most recent trouble for LaToya was an alleged beating from her husband, Jack Gordon.
I feel that she's being brainwashed. I hadn't seen her in 4 years, and I finally saw her. It was just a few months ago in Minneapolis. She came down to the studio, and it was, I won't get into that, but it was horrible. It was just a big ruckus, a big scene she had caused.
Emotionally, Janet keeps moving on, and so too with her music.
Come with me, don't you worry. I'm gonna make it crazy. I'll give you the time of your life.
And her first feature film is due for release later this year.
The film opening me up and becoming a much less of a shy person, it made me want to express my feelings about love a lot more, much more. A lot deeper.
That film is Poetic Justice. Set in troubled South Central Los Angeles, it's about a girl and her poetry.
Her name is Justice.
If you listen to me closely, I'll tell you what I know.
Along with love, the movie deals with issues of women and race.
I'm a black woman, okay? I deserve respect.
But Janet is not always quite so stern when she talks about women.
I think we have to teach people to have more respect. And that it's okay for a woman to be ahead of a company or a this or a that, and sometimes the ego can get in the way. The little man's ego.
So reach out and feel my body. I'm gonna give you one of.
Opening sales of the new album have been very strong, and probably only one other singer in American pop has Janet Jackson's level of influence. That's Madonna.
Do you see yourself going head-to-head with Madonna?
It's dance music, I'll say that, which is very similar. I think, how do I put this? I think what I do has class to it. I'll say that.
That's the way love goes.
If your father had still been your manager, would something like that or this album ever have happened?
Hells no. No, there's no way. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I don't think so. By me being the baby of the family.
In some ways, the baby grew up rather fast.
Having a lot of pain in my life at a certain point between the age of 16 and 19 and a half. Which a lot of people think, oh, everything is so glamorous. That couldn't possibly be, but I did experience a great deal of pain.
Janet eloped at 18, but after pressure from the family, the marriage was annulled. Soon, Janet severed more ties. While making the album Control, her father was being edged out as manager. Then came Rhythm Nation, and now simply Janet.
Control was about my life, what I had gone through, being married at one point and taking control of my life at a certain age. But still, I mean, this is more about making love and those types of things. So I don't think you can get any more personal than that. I guess the only other way is to know what someone is thinking.
The next thing from Miss Jackson is a new video from the Janet album, something about sexual fantasies. And then there's the tour.
In a week and a half, I start rehearsals for that, and we go out in October, and it'll be a world tour. And we're coming to Australia, but not till '94, though.
And it's probably safe to say that at the concerts, we'll be getting more intimate with Janet Jackson.
That's the way love goes.
Yes, a very talented lady. And that's all for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.